What's going on, everybody? This is Brad from Braddy Daddy's Comedy. Thank you for stopping by. What you're about to watch is the first of what I intend to do with this series is give you an intro as to kind of what I was thinking going into the routine and what I was gonna say. And then, go through the routine. We'll watch the routine together and see if there's some funny stuff. And at the end, I'll kind of pick apart what I think I did, what I think I did good and what I think I really need to work on. Of course, I'm open to respectful critiques. That's all part of this, is just taking you guys on a journey with me. So hopefully you enjoy what you see and you like and subscribe and share and do all the things. So let's get to this video. What you're about to watch is the set I did on the 11th of February 2026 at Levity Live Comedy Club in Huntsville, Alabama. Now, they only do their open mics once a month, so it's really a good chance to get out there and get some exposure. And then as well, if you do good enough, you may get invited back for a showcase at the end of the month and get a little more time. So the routine it could only be 3 minutes long. Most of my stuff I have written comes in right around the 5-6 mark. I've got several sets, and then they all would be able to be tied together to make a longer routine if I need be. So with that being said, I didn't know what I was going to perform initially going in. I had some thoughts floating around, so I ended up driving to the venue early, and in my car I sat and wrote and rehearsed and performed a bit, all within the course of about an hour and a half. I didn't even have an ending when I started. The ending you'll see at the end of the video is just totally improvised on a whim. Sorry about the crap camera angle. The next ones should start being better. I think I'm getting some kinks worked out. But anyway, let's hop into the routine, and I hope you guys enjoy and get a few laughs, and we'll see you at the end.
Welcome to the stage, Brian Davis, and our final comedian on deck is Jake Muncie. Let's give it up to the DJ. Yeah, obviously a special needs man. He's kind of blind because he thought my saltine American cracker ass was going to look good coming up to that song. So I am a disabled vet. Let's get that out of the way right quick. I don't tell you that for the thank you for your service. It's more of a if I get lost and kind of trail off. That's because of the crazy. Don't worry, I made it. I'm here today and I'm stronger because of it. So my son, let's talk about kids. I have a son, and when you have kids, you always tell them, one of these days you're going to be doing for me what I'm doing for you. You're going to be taking care of me like I'm taking care of you. And unfortunately for my son, I married Captain Condriac, also known as my lovely wife, and she refuses to go to the ER for any real reason, because she's a Condriac. Anyway, and so, he always draws a short straw to take me, and so they get kind of used to us at the emergency room. They've seen us before. They know there's some shit that's going to happen. And we don't care, blind, crippled, crazy, 18 to 80. When we walk down the hallways, nobody is off limits. We don't give a damn. And then once we get to the room, we turn into 2-year-olds. We start flipping every knob and switch and do that and lie and fucking everything. And then we stuff enough fucking rubber gloves in our pockets to stop the ER on Friday the 13th. Fuck y'all need to go too. So anyway, we had to go recently. I got injured like I do. And so we get in there, like I said, they already know what's going to happen. And so they put us in the room, we do our shit, and the doctor comes in. And he is a very sweet, good-looking son of a bitch. I mean, I don't even float that way, but let's just be honest with you. He's a good-looking son of a bitch. And so he comes in, he says, all right, Mr. Davis, we're going to have to give you a few stitches. We're going to have to hurry up. I got a call. It was coming in as I was walking in here. We got somebody on the way in an ambulance. They're unconscious, so we got to hurry this up. I said, all right, Doc, let's go. Up, I can take it. And then he turned into the sickest, most sadistic son of a bitch I've ever met in my life. This man, still looking good, stabbed me in the thumb with a needle and went to the bone. And I can only describe the sound I made as something like that, like you do. And so we wrapped everything up. Doc goes out of the room, and he comes back like 30 seconds later. I'm like, what the hell? I thought you had something to take care of. He said, no shit, man, I swear. That lady was unconscious when she came in. She heard you scream and set up like the fucking Undertaker and the WWE. Thanks for having me, Dad. Go take
All right, so there you have it. That was last week's, or the 11th of February of 2026 at Levity Live. So if you've stuck around this long, I appreciate it. Like I said, in the beginning, I did the bit, the writing, rehearsing, and everything on such a time crunch that I'm really proud of the final product. As far as the raw material goes, I think there's some really good stuff in there. I did notice, I'm still, concrete, standing on the ground and just not moving. I am looking at the audience, but I don't feel like I'm actively engaging, the audience and pulling them in. I know I can do better with my mannerisms and stuff and really pull them into the story. So I'm going to start working on that more. But all in all, being my third or fourth open mic, I'm really proud of what I'm doing so far. When I get stuck, I don't panic and fail and just get totally sidetracked. I'm usually pretty good and quick about recovering. You may hear some random profanities or something in there somewhere, and a lot of times that's just me alt-tabbing my brain to get it back on track to what we're trying to say. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to like, subscribe, and share. And hopefully we can do a lot more of this future content together as either I grow or crash and burn. So anyway, thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time.